For the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. What? Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugged you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos.
Welcome to Courtroom Chaos, featuring Judge Snoop Dogg, the Dogfather himself. We're building the case on the spot, so you can use the most ridiculous arguments to make sense of it. Plaintiff and defendant, grab your phones and tell the court what makes you special, or all warm and fuzzy on the inside. We'll tailor a completely original trial, made just for you.
Good to see everybody here. It's Judge Snoop, bringing a little West Coast breeze to the halls of justice. You tell the truth, I'll keep it fair, and we'll all walk out of here feeling right. Now, on to the case. All right, listen up. Parker here was posted up in their garage, taking Spider-Man photos for J. Jonah Jameson when Dominic rolled through with some alien diplomats. Now, these extraterrestrials got offended by Dominic's comment about Spider-Man's stinky feet. Diplomatic incident, you dig? They seized Parker's whole garage as intergalactic compensation. Parker's demanding $2.9 million for the lost photography setup and emotional damages. Facts delivered. Now let's get this party started with opening statements. All right, Parker, let's hear it. Break down why Dominic's alien diplomats got no right seizing your whole garage, you dig? Hold up now. Are you keeping it 100 with me? Or just spicing up the story to make yourself look good? Hold up, Parker. You said your home like a poor and screwed up, but you're asking for $2.9 million for a photography setup? That math ain't adding up, nephew. So real talk, how broke are we really talking here? Hold up, nephew. So Parker's eating ramen every day and lost a $2.9 million setup? That's rough for shizzle. But that don't make Dominic responsible for your finances. Your situation is tragic, but that ain't the case we're trying here. All right, Dominic, let's hear your side. How you gonna explain bringing alien diplomats to Parker's garage and then all this madness that went down? Nephew, that's weak. You brought aliens all the way to Parker's garage. Got them heated about Bob Butts' Spider-Man's feet. And that's your defense? You played yourself. Real talk. You need something stronger than blaming the web slinger's hygiene for a diplomatic crisis. That ain't it. Yo, Parker, I hear the struggle in that statement, you dig? Before Dominic showed up with those aliens, were you feeling good about your setup? And when they took it all, what was going through your head in that moment? Help me understand the full weight of what went down. Look, I feel you on that emotional weight, Parker. World ending, losing your setup, that's heavy. But you gotta give me something more concrete than feelings, you dig? What specifically got taken? Walk me through what was actually in that garage so I understand what we're talking about here. All right, Dominic, let me hear your side. I need you to paint me a picture of exactly what went down when those alien diplomats rolled up. What did you say? What did they do? And how did Parker's garage go from photography studio to intergalactic evidence locker? Walk me through it. Your words paint a picture already, but let's do one better. My associates are crafting a real image of your tale. Sit tight while the visual drama unfolds. All right, so the exhibit shows 3 brown-headed aliens and a barefoot Spider-Man floating overhead. That's wild, but it don't explain how Dominic's comment about feet caused the diplomatic seizure of Parker's whole garage. Nephew, you gotta connect those dots better for me. All right, we're at the finish line now. Time for closing statements. Parker, come on up and give me your final word on why Dominic needs to make this right. And don't forget what went down in that garage that day. Plaintiff, you came in hot and left it hotter. My ruling might already be written in my head. Hold up, Parker. You've been saying Dominic tricked aliens this whole time, but you ain't shown me how that trick went down. That's a weak closer, nephew. You had your shot to lay it out clear, and instead you just pointed fingers. That ain't gonna hold up. All right, Dominic. You heard what went down with those aliens? Now lay it on me, nephew. How you gonna fix this mess? All right, defendant, that was a solid closer. And real talk, I appreciate everyone in this courtroom for bringing their time, their words, and their energy. This case has been a ride. Nephew, that's real smooth talking, but you already told me aliens were your friends and Spider-Man's feet were the issue. Now you gonna go apologize? That's like closing the barn after the horse already left with your whole garage, you dig? This court's about what happened, not what you planning to do next. All right, you've kept this courtroom buzzing all day, from the first word to the last. There's been energy, there's been fun, and there's been more than a few memorable moments. But now the gavel's in my hand, and it's time to bring this ride to a stop. All right, here's how I'm seeing this. Parker came with emotion, but no real foundation, talking about feeling broke while demanding nearly $3 million. And never proved Dominic actually deceived anybody. Dominic's story stayed consistent about what went down, even if his alien diplomacy skills need work. Parker didn't show me the deception claim had teeth. Case closed on the merits. I'm ruling in favor of Dominic. All right, Parker, you came swinging hard but landed in the web, you dig? No damages, no compensation. Here's what you're gonna do. Run out that courtroom yelling, "I'll be back with better photos." Arms flailing like you just got zapped by an alien ray. Make it dramatic. Make it count. That's your sentence, nephew. Truth gon' rise. And today, it rose in Dominic's favor. Gavel down, case closed. We were done here.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos.